Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. I am here kind of early in the morning in the plant room, just wanting to get some things done. I know that I have some watering, and I also probably need to water the Milsbo terrarium. So if you're curious how I take care of that, this will be a good video for you. I really enjoy doing these kind of plant chores, I guess you could call them. I don't know, I just find it really calming, especially first thing in the morning, just to kind of spend some time in here, see how everything is doing, and yeah, I think it's going to be a good start to the day. I usually start my watering on this big plant shelf. I have a number of seedlings here, and I want to make sure that those are watered because they tend to dry out the fastest. And yeah, basically just go through everything on the shelf, see if it needs water. I usually add about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch to the bottom of each pot. And I don't really empty this out ever. I find that that's about the right amount that it will soak up and not have any left over after a couple of hours. I also like to take a look and see if any plants have yellowing leaves. You can see this Monstera siltepecana does have some yellowing. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it. It is growing, but I do notice that the older leaves especially get yellow pretty quickly. And I know some people leave them on until they are completely brown, but I usually cut them off once they don't look nice anymore. And yeah, it's just kind of a personal preference. So there aren't too many today that need leaves cut off, but this one definitely did have some yellowing leaves. I also saw that this Anthurium had a yellow leaf on the bottom, so I cut that one off too. And here I'm just gonna spray down all of these little mini orchid terrariums. They are already pretty humid, but every week or two I like to spray them down a little bit more just to make sure they don't dry out. I do also spray them with an orchid mist sometimes, but I just did that last week, so this week I decided to just mist them with regular water. Here I'm bottom watering my African violet. These really don't like to get wet on the top, I found, so I always bottom water. And it took about 15 minutes to soak up all that water. This is how I water the Milsbo terrarium. I basically just have a pump sprayer and try to make sure that all of the moss gets wet. I pretty much start at the top and then go down. The top is definitely the area that gets the most dry and needs to be watered the most often. So I try to give it a really good watering there and then just kind of spray it around the other areas too. I do also have larger cups for some of these plants to go in, and I water those sometimes when they need it too, but for the most part, it's honestly just kind of spraying down the whole enclosure, and that has worked pretty well for me. I am trying to keep up with it a little bit more so that I can get more moss growing in there. And so far I'm seeing a little bit more green, but I definitely need to keep working at it. As I was watering the terrarium, I did also notice a couple plants that have yellowing leaves. This black maranta had a couple of yellow leaves, although it is actually growing now, which is a nice change. So I just decided to cut those off. I also noticed that this philodendron furcatum had a yellow leaf at the bottom, so I cut that one off too. I have this global green pothos that's growing up the wall, and as it continues to grow, they basically start trailing down, so I have to keep pinning them up as it grows longer. I just used this little push pin that has a hook at the end, and that's been working really well just to keep everything nice and secure. So I can just mark the spot where I want the pin to go and then push it into the wall, and I can secure the plant from there. All right, well, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.